Hey guys, so I haven't been on YouTube in like a year or two, honestly. I haven't made a video in so long. But I've been doing videos on her channel with her. But are you serious? Every time we film, someone calls her. So I wanted to get back into YouTube a little bit. I kind of just didn't like YouTube anymore. I was embarrassed in my videos and I'm probably taking them all down. But I want to make new videos. So yeah, so if you have ideas, let me know. I want to start making videos where I just kind of like talk to you guys about things. So this video is just gonna like start that off. Yeah, I think I might also kind of want to like do vlogs or like cooking videos because that would be really fun. I make really good potatoes. So
you are a good cook.
Yeah, and I love doing it and it would motivate me.
Also,
so,
for anyone who doesn't know, I'm her mom.
Oh, yeah. She's been in my first video. Oh, I also want to do story times. So let me know if you want to see story times. If you want to see new story times, I have a lot of crazy things that have happened to me in my life, believe it or not, even though I have a boring life. So yeah, also, this is my new room. I painted the walls purple and I think it just made everything look better for some reason. And it's all clean now, which is new because it's always messy. So yeah, so this video is controversial topics. We're just gonna be talking about like different, like our opinions on different things. So here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first one is abortion, which is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. But so it's usually like pro-life or pro-choice. I personally feel like yes, like it's your own body, so you should have the choice. But like, I personally would not get an abortion. I think that I just couldn't let go of my baby like that. I feel like if it's early enough on in the pregnancy and maybe like, this is like kind of dark, but if you like got or something, then I can understand why you would do that. But if you were just dumb, like if you're like a teenager or something and made a dumb choice, then that's your fault. So, I mean, I'm just saying that's my opinion. I think, you know, do what you want to do, but I'm just personally like, that's not something I would do.
I think that with a lot of subjects, I'm in the gray area. I don't really lean too far to either side with any subject, really.
Yeah.
With abortion, I feel like I agree with Savannah. Like, I would never do it myself, ever, but I wouldn't shame somebody for doing it. I mean, if you were like 14 and got knocked up and you were just being a dumb kid, that's not an excuse to get an abortion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't do it myself, but at the same time, it's your body, you have a choice.
I also get some people like get scared to give birth too because it like for people with certain conditions and stuff, it could be life-threatening. Like they told you not to have any more kids because you're scoliosis. Yeah. But so like I understand that too.
But I still did.
But other than that, I feel
had my son after.
Yeah. I feel like you always have a choice to like, if you really don't want the baby or you can't support it financially or something, there's always adoption. And I get also like adoption is a very hard like life for a kid, but at least they get to live, you know? But yeah, I'm one of those people that like is super forgiving of people, and if they make their whatever choice they make, I'm not gonna like hate them for it. So the next one is the beauty community. Okay.
Let's go from abortion to beauty community.
Who's starting?
Okay, the beauty community sucks. Sorry. They're nasty to each other. They're nasty terrible. To everybody.
I don't know.
I'm not into beauty anyway, obviously. I'm wearing makeup right now, but I don't really care a whole lot about makeup.
Conspiracy palette though.
Yeah, she does have. I said we. We have that. I do
steal it.
I used it on my.
I'm using it right now.
So am I.
So like, here's what I think. It depends on the person. I used to be a James Charles fan. Like I was like, he was my favorite beauty influencer, like MUA, because he was so talented and like I just really liked him, and. You know, I was like, oh, James Charles, you know? And then all of a sudden...
If you think about it, though, all his looks are the exact same. He doesn't ever do anything different.
Yeah. I mean, he's still good at what he does, though, but, like, after a while and after like controversies and scandals happened where like his personality started coming out more, I kind of realized how fake he was and how immature he was. I used to think he was mature, like how he would handle situations. I was like, oh, he's so mature. And then I realized he just wasn't. And like after hearing all the rumors and stuff, I just stopped being a fan of him. But Jeffree Star, he's my favorite. He's the real OG, you know? He's like, I love Jeffree, and I stan Jeffree and Shane together. You know, Shane making a difference in the beauty community. They're my favorites. They're like the only beauty influencers that I really care about. Like, you know, like I would buy makeup from other people. Whoops. Ew, that laugh was disgusting. That was so fake. I was like, So anyway, like I have a Jaclyn Hill palette, and shut up, it's good. And
she sucks. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I hate her.
I don't know.
Much.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of
I don't watch beauty influencers.
And then there's the other type
They're
of beauty
boring.
influencers that are beauty gurus, the one that do fashion videos and stuff like Nikki and Gabby and stuff like that. Listen, because I'm a 15-year-old girl and I started watching YouTube when I was like 12, of course they caught my eye because they were all like, look at these outfits and look at all this stuff, and I was like, oh my god. And they made like really girly videos, so I was like, oh. But she did get into a scandal recently too. They all did. They're just immature. I think the whole YouTube community is like, most of them are immature, and that's the problem. Speaking of YouTube, what about Gabby Hanna? That's an interesting story. I was a die-hard fan of Gabby Hanna. I was obsessed with her. I was like, oh my gosh, she's just like me. You know, she writes poems, and she, which her poetry, like, sucks. But anyway, I was like, oh, she writes poetry, and she's a singer, songwriter. And
I get a really good
videos.
I'm really good at, like, you know, I just get these gut feelings about people as soon as I see them, and I'm usually pretty spot on about that sort of thing. And as soon as she showed me Gabby Hanna, I told her, I don't like this girl. She's, you know, and she thought I was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, she's funny. She's friends with Shane. She seems really real. She does story time videos, and she's really relatable. I was like, oh, she has a troubled past. It's almost like she was, like, trying to be like Shane, because she would always be like, oh, look at me, I used to be the fat kid, kind of like Shane does, you know? Or, like, talk about her troubled past, which I'm not saying it's, like, a lie, but...
manipulative and...
Yeah, I do think she kind of uses it for views, but, like, yeah, I was so, like, even when controversies happened, and Mom was like, stop watching her, I still defended her, and I was like, no, she's good. And then finally, recently, with all this stuff that happened, like, recently... I was just like, okay, you know what, I'm unsubscribing, and I don't want her book. I literally bought her book. Like, I don't get YouTube merch a lot, and I have her book. And I don't know. I don't like her anymore. So that's that.
Yeah, she's getting rid of her book.
So next is plastic surgery. You want to start, or?
I think that you should be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
Depending. I think it depends, because some people do it for medical reasons, or for, like, you know,
there's a difference between getting plastic surgery for a medical reason and getting plastic surgery
like cosmetic surgery
for cosmetic reasons. And and I think that if it's for a medical reason, that's a whole different topic. But if it's just for cosmetic reasons, wait until you're an adult. Because, and I tell her this all the time, you're not going to look the way you look right now at 15 when you're 30. Your face changes, your body changes, everything changes. You're not going to stay looking like that for your whole life. And you might naturally start to change in towards the direction that you wanted to change in the first place. You will never know unless you wait.
Yeah. And
so she complains about, like, the shape of her face, and she thinks that it's ugly, and I don't. I think she's gorgeous. And
my nose.
She wants a nose job.
I'm probably, I kind of say that as a joke, though. Like, I know I would never do it, because I think also, I don't know if this is a real thing or not, but I feel like if I were to do it, even if I like how it looked better, I would just feel guilty the rest of my life. Like, this isn't my real nose. Like, you know, I would just get guilty. But also, I've always been a super self-aware person, and as a 15-year-old, I know kids and teenagers, they do things based on like impulse, like emotions. So I feel like if a parent is gonna let like a kid, like I see all the time, like on YouTube, like Inside Edition and stuff will have videos, and it annoys me so much that a kid will get bullied for their nose or whatever, and their parents will just let them get a whole rhinoplasty, and I'm like,
it's better to teach your child to love themselves for who
well,
they
not
are.
only that, but like if you get bullied for things, like it'll end. Like I've been bullied before, and I still hate myself, but I'm just saying, like a lot of people go through getting bullied for their appearance, and so just because of that, you shouldn't like teach your kid, hey, you're getting bullied, I'm just gonna fix it for you, that's how easy it is, we're just gonna fix the problem, like,
Yeah.
because then when they're older, they're not gonna learn. I feel like if you really want something, then when you're old enough, you can. Like people like moms, like if they have like, you know, after they have a kid or something, they'll want a tummy tuck. Like, that's fine. Or, like, just because, like, when you're an adult, you know what you want more.
Yeah.
Like, or, like, you know, getting, like, breast implants and stuff. Like, when you're an adult, I feel like you're more able to make that decision.
Yeah.
And also, like, breast reductions and stuff, I think is okay.
What you want over time changes, too. What you want at 16 may not be what you want when you're 25, 35, 45 years old. And especially when it comes to boob jobs, you have to get those redone every so many years, and people get infections from them, so it's dangerous too. And then you have all these people who have botched stories, and you don't want to be one of those people.
Also, it's so sad. I see all these kids, like 7-year-old kids, who have like ears that like, you know, like naturally go out a little bit more. And there are so many stories of them, like, they're literally, like, 8 years old, and they're just getting their ears pinned back because they were bullied. And I just feel so bad. Just because you're getting bullied for that, number one, it's so dumb when people bully people for stuff like that, because number one,
kids are little assholes.
Well, it just doesn't matter. Like, is it affecting you? Like, why do you care? Number one. Number two, like, that's something they can't control. I hate it when people bully people for things that they cannot control. Like, you can bully someone, well, don't bully people, but, like, you can judge someone based on, like, their personality, but if you're judging someone based on the size and shape of their ears, then that's just stupid. And then, like, the parents let their child go through that. Like, they let their child hate their own ears by telling them, like, hey, we can change them. So I feel like a lot of it is, like, parenting, you know? How you raise your kids.
Raise your kids to not be bullies.
Yeah.
Here he is before, and here he is after surgery.
Okay, so this one is probably going to be a shorter one. Aliens.
I don't believe in them.
I don't believe in them either. All those stories where people are like, I saw a UFO, and then there was a flash of light, and then I saw creatures, and they tried to hurt us, and I got super scared. And then as soon as I got home, my whole memory was erased, and I think they tried to kidnap us, and then we knew too much, so they erased our whole memory. But then, slowly over time, I remember. I don't know. It's just dumb.
I don't believe in it.
Like, no.
Sorry.
And then that kind of segues into the next one, science versus religion. Certain science things add up, and I
believe in some science, obviously. I believe in a lot of science. I just don't believe in the Big Bang Theory.
All started with the Big Bang.
Yeah.
Sorry. Because I was raised a Christian, so I believe that God created the world, and a little speck of dust in the air did not.
Yeah, like, I believe religion over science.
Yeah.
Because also, not only that, but, like, say religion, like, isn't real. Not that I believe that, but you have less hope if you just believe in science, because, like, then it's just like, oh, when you die, there's nothing left and there's no greater purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are religious, they have more hope in their lives and more ambition because they're like, this is purposeful. Not saying that all people who just believe in science are the same, or, like, all atheists are the same, but, you know.
I mean, no, I understand. Like, when I was younger, I could not understand atheists at all. I just couldn't wrap my brain around people not believing in anything. And now that I'm older, and I see churches are, like, very cult-like, so I can understand why people would not want to go to church, because even though I'm a Christian, I don't want to go to church. I don't want to send her to church as bad as she wants to go. I don't believe in churches. I believe in God and religion, just not churches.
Like, I've had so many religious friends that try to trick you into thinking that you're not a believer and that, like, God doesn't love you if you don't go to church. If you don't go to church, you're not a real Christian, is what I've heard from so many people, and it's really irritating. It doesn't make you it doesn't make you less religious, and it doesn't make you less, like, cared about. But also, I saw a Q&A of a YouTuber, and she explained the reason why she was atheist, and I actually do understand it. She grew up in a very strict, like, Christian family, and they were so strict about it that she just decided that she didn't want to believe in it because she was so scared, and she feels more free that way. So I can understand, like, people like that, you know?
Yeah, I don't have anything against, I mean, people can believe whatever they want to believe. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, all you have to worry about is yourself.
And it doesn't make me see people differently.
I have close friends and family who are atheists, so it doesn't...
Unless you're,
a
Satanist. Except for Michael Langdon. Anyway. The next one is sexuality.
Okay, so I don't have a problem with gay people, bisexual people, straight people. Like, I don't care. Now, I don't have an issue with trans itself, but I have an issue with trans children.
Same thing with plastic surgery. Like,
yeah,
the parents that let their kids do that.
Yeah, I'm against, like, I understand that the parents want their child to choose and this and that, but that doesn't mean that you should let them at 13 years old go and get hormones or whatever, or a surgery done. Like, they need to be an adult and wait until they're an adult, in my opinion.
Well, not only that, but I also think that you need time to explore yourself. Like, most people don't realize what they really are,
right?
Like, their true selves until they're much older.
And being the parent of a high school student, I see it every single day how many kids in her school think they're trans, and then, like, a couple weeks later they're like, oh, never mind, I'm not. So it's a trend. It's like a trend to be trans. It's a trend to be gay. It's a trend. Like,
most people my age are too immature to really take it seriously.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thinks they're bi. Everyone thinks, like, you know, like, I support the community. I am totally, like, for it. Like, do you, like, love who you want to love? I don't care. It doesn't make you see you any differently. Like, it's another thing too, like, about religion. Like, Christians who, like, hate on other people for that,
that's
not right. You're supposed to love everyone and, like, show everyone that you care. So, like, and there's so many things, everyone says this all the time, there's so many things, like, sins that we do every day that are in the Bible considered almost just as bad as that, but that's acceptable in our society. So it just doesn't make sense, like, what's right and what's wrong. So yeah, I don't mind that. But yeah, trans kids, like, if you let them get surgery and hormones at a young age, I don't really know if I agree with that, because, like, you know.
Yeah. And that's a controversial opinion, I understand that, but I just, if my kids came out as gay, that's one thing, and I would accept it. But if my kids decided one day that they think that they're the opposite sex, I would immediately think it's just a phase that they're going through. It's a trend that's going around.
They need time to think about it.
And this is coming from a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah.
She knows multiple people who have thought that they were the opposite sex for a couple months and then decided, no, I'm not.
Or just, like, yeah, just so many people my age are so confused, and, like, it's almost like they changed their mind a lot, which also just shows that it's probably not true if they're, like, constantly like, I'm this, I'm that. My iPad just turned off again. Okay. Next is mental health.
Well, I've done a video about this because I suffer with anxiety and OCD, and so does she. So we discussed that, which mental health, thank God, people are accepting more and more now and talking about more now. And anxiety is a common one that everybody experiences anxiety at some point in their life. OCD is a little bit more, people don't understand it as much.
It's all super complex because it differs person to person.
Not only person to person, but your own OCDs can change over time too. So
it just kind of evolves like through your life.
Yeah. Or like you could have one thing that you used to do and you don't do anymore, and then if you see somebody else doing it, then all of a sudden you want to do it again.
Yeah, if you want to see me make a video talking about my story with mental health and like talking about it more in depth, then let me know and I'll make a video about that.
She's actually made 2 school project videos about OCD.
Yeah.
Oh, bless me.
But I'm talking
I swear
like,
I don't have COVID-19.
Oh my god. I'm talking just talking about it though. Like if you want to see me talk about it and tell a story, then I'll definitely do that. So, yeah.
But there's other more controversial mental health things like DID. That's something that even doctors, not all doctors are convinced that's a real thing. And maybe a controversial opinion, but I don't really think I believe it.
Well, people also think mental doesn't affect physical, which is not true. I made an art piece for art class. The message behind it was that your mental health affects your physical health more than like you would even think, you know? So yeah, I hate it when people say that like just because you have mental health it's not real because it doesn't like physically harm you. Yes, it does. Like even like if you don't have a mental disorder, like stress can do a lot to your body. Another thing that's kind of controversial, I don't have this, so I don't really understand it fully, but bipolar disorder, people get super mad because everyone makes fun of it and says like, oh, I'm so bipolar, or like, oh, you're so bipolar, or people get mad because they think that it's just big mood swings, which I guess, you know, it's not true.
Well, I think people just get confused about what it really actually is.
Yeah, which is the same thing with so many mental illnesses, and people make assumptions about it, and then everyone thinks it's this when it's not.
Yeah, and bipolar kind of also affects different people in different ways, but I have family members who are bipolar, so it's you either get manic, which is you're on a real big high and everything is exciting and you're super happy and nothing can bring you down, and then without any sort of in between, you get real down low, real depressed.
Yeah.
You know, it's manic, it's real high, real low.
It's like a light switch.
Yeah.
But I think there's other stuff that goes to it. Again, I don't have it, so I don't exactly know everything about it. But I do know that, like, you can be in a super depressive state for no reason. And, like, I don't know. Anyway, next is
What?
metal straws. I personally don't think...
Did you hear my stomach just growl?
No. I personally don't think that some people not using plastic straws is going to end plastic in the ocean. I think it has to be much bigger than that because they're not going to stop selling plastic straws everywhere. People aren't going to just stop using them. And not only that, but like plastic straws aren't the biggest plastic thing you can get rid of. Like there's so many other things that can help the environment, and plastic straws is like not the main... like the main thing in my opinion.
Well, not only that, but like if you don't wash your reusable straws, like that would get all moldy and gross.
Oh my
if you don't
God.
wash it properly. The thing about straws is, number one, we live in middle America. Like middle. We don't give a crap. Like we care about the environment, but like we are not save the turtles. Like people. But the problem with the straw thing is that when you go through a drive-thru or something and they hand you your food and drink, they still hand you a straw. What are you doing with the straw? You're still throwing it in the garbage. You're still...
Well, not only that, but, like, a lot of people who don't use them just don't ask for them. But just because you don't ask for them doesn't mean they're not going to get used. They're not just going to stop making them and, like, people aren't going to stop using them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just kind of stupid. Like, if you want to save the earth, I feel like there's other steps you can take to help do that.
Yeah. There's better ways.
So yeah, the next two kind of go together. It's dress code and like girls getting like slut shamed / like expressing themselves. I could talk for days about this. Me and my best friend talk about this all the time. This is the most irritating thing ever. Do you want me to start?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start with dress code. Dress code does not affect males. Like, yes, it can sometimes, but there have been so many times, like, in PE, boys will be walking around shirtless. No one cares. A girl can tie up her shirt just a little bit because it, like, they, you know, they're too big, you know, so she'll tie it up. And I've, like, had PE teachers yell at us saying, you can't tie up your shirts at all. It's not a fashion show, is what she said. And I was so mad because they can walk around shirtless, but we can't tie up our shirts at all. And, like, dress codes, like, it's just so annoying. Like, I'm just trying to express myself. My school doesn't really have a dress code because no one follows it anyway. But, like, people who say, like, shoulders and collarbones are, like, distracting. Number one, they're not. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Number one, they're not.
No, my stomach is
Yeah, I
going
heard.
so
Number one, they're not distracting. Number two, if they're distracting, tell the boys. The boys are the ones that are getting distracted, so they should be the ones that should be getting punished. Tell them to focus on their work. It's not our fault that we're, like, wearing an outfit. Like, my friends old school, they couldn't wear shorts, they couldn't wear ripped jeans, they couldn't wear leggings unless your shirt was covering your butt. You couldn't wear tank tops, like, any kind. So, yeah, dress codes are really dumb. Also, okay, this is just my opinion. It's probably a teenager thing, but I don't even get why, like, crop tops are bad. Because, like, I feel like it's just skin. Like, everyone has a stomach. Like, everyone has a belly button. Is it really that big of a deal?
Speaking of crop tops, like, in the 90s, I would wear crop tops to school. And this isn't a boy versus girl thing. This is
I know what you're going to say.
This is a popular student versus unpopular student thing, too. If you're a popular student and you're wearing something you're not supposed to, the teachers and everybody look the other way, and you can get away with it because you're popular, you're on an athletic team, whatever it is. And this happened to me before. I was wearing a crop top to school one day with a jacket over it. The jacket was unzipped, but I still had a jacket over it. And this other girl who was super popular in school was wearing a super crop top shirt, like way shorter than mine, with nothing over it. And the dean came, and I was in trouble, but the other girl wasn't in trouble. And they told me that I needed to go put my PE shirt on because I wasn't allowed to wear that. And I was like, I could also just zip up my jacket. And so that's what I did. But the other girl didn't get in trouble because she was popular and I wasn't.
Yeah, I have a story like that too. I used to have a friend, and she's curvy. And this isn't just popularity, but, like, the other girl was popular. But, so, my curvy friend wore a crop top. Okay? And this other girl was wearing, like, basically a sports bra as a shirt. And, you know, like, girls do that all the time. Like, the popular girls at my school wear tube tops that are, like, up to here and, like, you know, booty shorts and stuff or whatever. And they don't get in trouble. But my curvy friend who wore a crop top that barely showed any skin got in trouble. Like, just because of her body type. It's just so stupid. Like, and then, like, aside from dress code, just girls expressing themselves in general. Like, when guys are like, ew, I don't like makeup on girls. Or, like, you're wearing that tight, like, red dress to impress me. No, I'm wearing it for myself. I don't care, like, I don't care about your opinion. I want to look cute, and I want to feel cute. So I'm going to wear what I want to wear. And you can't say, ew, you're a slut because you wear a skirt, like a short skirt. Like, shut up, I don't care. Or, like, I've been catcalled in the hallways for wearing, like, cute outfits and stuff, and it's just like, I'm tired of these men thinking that we're their property because we freaking like to look cute.
Another example of that, though, like, not even with school, but, like, right now, we're in quarantine, and we can't go anywhere. And you would think that we got all dressed up and put makeup on for the video, but honestly, I do videos without makeup. It doesn't bother me. Me and her are just so tired of, like, being bored and stuck at home that we just wanted to feel pretty, and so we put makeup on, and, like, I did her hair and stuff, and
yeah, because I've been looking.
We also like to feel good just for ourselves.
Exactly.
Too.
The past 7 weeks, I've been stuck in the house looking like garbage and, like, not caring if I washed my hair, not caring. Like, I had no makeup on, I was wearing ugly PJs, and I was tired of, like, looking like that, so, like, I wanted to take a photo shoot. Like, I got dressed, and I was like, I want to take a photo shoot, because I want to look cute for once, because I haven't looked cute in forever. Yeah. Because school gives me an excuse to, like, get ready and stuff.
Oh, she made fun of me the other night, because I sprayed a little bit of body spray on at night, and I wasn't doing anything. I was going to bed, but she made fun of me. I was like, I mean, I want to smell good for myself too. Like
that is true. Us girls like to smell good, and it irritates the crap out of me that guys don't have to do anything, and like we can accept it, but girls have to do all this stuff for, you know, to be presentable. We have to do so much stuff, and it's really hard work. You know, we have to have soft skin and smell good. Except I don't want a man that smells bad either, though. Like, if you smell, I'm sending you to the shower, getting you deodorant, and getting you cologne. It's not that big. Like, it's not that hard.
was that
Is
the
that
last
rude?
subject?
So yeah, that was the last subject, and I get very heated about that. Like, I'm the person, I've been expressing my stuff, like, style and, like, dyeing my hair since 6th grade. And I was the only one that would do stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm very, like, pro express yourself. Wear what you want to wear.
I was too. I mean, it was the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Like, people ask me, like, why do you wear eyeliner and dark eyeshadow to school? Because I want to, because I think I look good, like... Why do you dye your hair? Because I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you wear crop tops? Because I want to and I can. Except I don't really say that to people. I like wearing edgy stuff though, like this.
Yeah.
But
I was wearing that shirt in a video on my channel. I look like a hooker.
But yeah, it irritates me when people judge what I want to wear.
I was a gothic teenager, so I used to.
But then again,
to
me
hear it
being a
all the time.
pushover, I don't really, like, actually defend myself against people, though. I just, like, end up feeling bad for myself. Because I'm the biggest pushover ever. This can be another topic. I'm a pushover. So that's the video. That was our opinions. Like, I guess unpopular opinions on controversial topics. Millennial versus Gen Zer.
Yep.
So... yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know more things that you want me to do because I'm desperate for ideas. So yeah.
In words of Savannah, bye poopies.
Oh my god, that's not my channel thing, that's your channel.
No, you did it. She did it for my channel.
Bye. Bye bye. Goodbye now. Toodaloo. I'm from Britain, and I say peace out. Ha ha ha. Ta-ta.
What was that?
I'm drinking my tea. Bye-bye.